sure everybody has the link to share. And I just started broadcasting. We do apologize. I know we're starting later than we had scheduled and had announced. And that is my fault. I'm working on a lot of projects right now, and I just kind of got lost track of time. Okay. So let me get back to our link for the okay. So what you want to do is probably share the YouTube link. Also, one moment, because I did say that I was going to post the that's not the link we want. Let me get the link we want in a second. And there it goes. There it goes. So okay, there we go. So Ebony, if you see the post that I just Brandy, okay, I'm sorry, Brandy, let me add you to the stream. If you all see, don't look in the chat box. That's the wrong one. But I just made a post in our online discussion group for the co-op, and that's what we need to share. Just let me know if you see it.
It's not the stream yard link, is it? Is that the link?
Yeah, I just shared one. No, not the one that I shared in this chat. The one I shared in the group. I just shared it just now through the guru page, and it says youtube.com summer session is in.
Okay, I see it.
Okay. And I did have some words with it. My words are missing. all right. I can fix that. Let's go back to the page. Copy.
Okay.
And paste. Mhm.
Okay.
We share with others. Okay, there's Alice. Okay, hey Alice. Okay, so I just added you, Alice, to the live. And Brandy, you're here too. All right, we appreciate everyone's patience while we get everybody here. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So we're still waiting on one or two more people, but we'll go ahead and get started. And I'll start by sharing with everyone, the process of joining our virtual homeschool co-op. So this particular live, we just created this Facebook page for the Birth Guru. And this particular live video, it's about our virtual homeschool co-op, which is Interdependent Black Families. Obviously, it's for Black families. And my children are coming in, so excuse the noise that coming in from outside. And so what we want to do is invite you all to ask any questions that you may have for our parents. And we're going to be doing this on a monthly basis so that everybody can kind of get a feel of what we're doing, because I know that it's different. It's something different. It's something new. And first thing first, I want to throw out there, because this is the first question I always get. There is no charge to join this co-op. There's no fee. We're not charging anybody anything. It's a co-op. So your contribution really is to teach a class. And I know a lot of parents may feel nervous about teaching a class. However, we all have something to contribute. And what's important is that you're contributing your gift. And it helps you to see how important you are in the community at large. You have an important role. the space that you're taking every day is important. The air that you're breathing every day is important. And you are important. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. We all have a purpose. So we want to make sure that the parents understand, that you are the most important teacher in everyone's lives. Hi, Jamie. Jamie, you clicked the wrong link. I'm trying to get Jamie in the live with us. She's one of our new parents. Okay. And let me share with you the right link, Jamie, so that you can join us backstage. I just dropped it in your private chat. All right, so we want our families to be able to thrive, and we understand that the best teachers that our children have are ourselves. But I'm not going to get on that whole spiel tonight because that could get pretty heavy. So right now, we're just going to stick to our parents and teachers talking about our classes for our summer session. Now, we've done a whole year of classes, and I am very proud of everyone who has joined us. Everyone who has participated has done a wonderful job. Yes. Has done a wonderful job. And of course, some of them were nervous when they first joined the co-op because they were, nervous about teaching a class. Some people feel like if they have to teach a class, then maybe that means they're supposed to be, a certified teacher, et cetera, et cetera. But no, not at all. All of us have something that we're good at, something we're enthusiastic about, something we're passionate about. We have hobbies, we have trades, and you can share that information with our children. So that's why we're doing these public info sessions so people can, be more comfortable with the idea. All right, and I've done enough talking, I think. And so each parent is just going to present their classes to you all. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments section of the video of the YouTube live, okay? And right now we're trying to go ahead and share this because we did not start on time. We didn't start on time. So we're trying to go ahead and share the link, with all the other groups since we're starting late. And I am going to pass the mic. Are you ladies ready? Is anybody else able to share their screen, or anybody ready to talk about the class that you're teaching during the summer session?
I can talk about my class, Joanna.
Okay. If you all need a few more minutes, just let me know, and there's a couple more things that I can share.
Okay. So I'm, and during the summer, I am teaching summer adventures with Miss Ebony. So what I've been doing is sharing with the students in the co-op different areas in my city. And we have done kite flying. So I explained to the children the different parts of the kite, and they witnessed us flying a kite. We got a chance to build our own paper kite. We went to a farm. We did like a little scavenger hunt or an I Spy type of thing. So during the summer, I took a break from being inside the classroom and decided to go outside, especially with, the pandemic. We were cooped up. So I'm very excited to be out a lot more. But during the fall semester, I will be teaching a preschool class where we learn basic ASL, basic American Sign Language, along with shapes and their numbers and their letters. And we follow the theme that our co-op has each month. So I'll find books and activities and play virtual games with them to match that theme. So yeah, and I was not a um, certified or professionally trained teacher in the beginning of last year. And I've learned so much about myself and about teaching children that I really, really enjoy. I will be speaking this summer in a conference, and it's really nice to be able to have in my own new bio now that I am a teacher. You know, like I am a teacher. I won awards. Okay, those awards is going in my bio. Thank you, y'all, for nominating me and winning. And you know, this is just the beginning. So if you have any hesitations whatsoever, like the women here are my like biggest cheerleaders, and it's so nice to have them behind me. And when I'm feeling low, I'm always looking to somebody like, okay, they're pushing, they're doing it. I can do it too. I can do it too. And if you have any questions whatsoever, any of us are available to answer those for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to whoever is ready next.
All right. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry. Where are you going to go? Okay. This is Alice. Sorry, my mic is not working. My camera is not working on my phone, so you can't see me tonight. But hopefully next time it'll work. So it's good to be here with you all. Welcome to Jamie and any other new parents that we have. Again, my name is Alice Richmond, and I have three little ones, 7, 5, and almost 2. And during the fall and spring, I teach the Spanish and Hebrew 101 classes. And this is just, a beginner intro to the language, to the languages. Just we cover fun topics, and usually go along with the theme for the month. So if we're studying, if some of the other kindergarten or first grade prep classes are doing insects or birds or animals, we're usually kind of learning the same thing in the Spanish class and learning some vocabulary and a few phrases that the children can use. And so I'll be continuing in that as well. So for the next level for the Hebrew, I'll do a review of the alphabet, how to basic Hebrew script, and how to sound the letters phonetically. I'll review that, as well as we're going to be adding more of the written script so that children can be able to write it as well. And it's basically just to serve as a foundation for kids to think in another language. And we know that having any kind of foreign language ability is helpful for so many other areas. It's helpful for literacy in their primary language, and it's helpful for math and just critical thinking, conversational skills. So any kind of introduction to foreign language is always a plus and always a bonus for little ones. So it's not meant to be, gaining fluency at this level, but really just introduction to the language and just having fun and learning a new thing and thinking with the other side of the brain. So that's what I offer. I'm taking a break during the summer, so I'm not doing anything with those classes during the summer. Although I know that there was a Spanish class that was being offered for free during the summer, and I'll post the link in the Facebook group for anyone that wants to just have some extra resources, to continue practicing. So, and any other resources that I come across within those languages, I'll post in the group. So that's what I offer. Thank you.
Appreciate you sharing those resources with us.
Okay.
Definitely appreciate that. Your class, you're the bomb, Alice. I appreciate your language classes. Language is important. It's important for our children to start thinking on international terms. especially being that the country that we're in, that we're all living in, we're in the United States of America. We definitely don't want them to be limited to this culture. You know, we want them to have the options available to them to travel and be able to assimilate into other cultures and have a respect for diversity, as well as having opportunities to take on other jobs, you know, that require them to be bilingual. And one of the things you learn too is the younger you are when you're exposed to other languages, the easier it is when you get older for you to be able to master those languages as well. So even just the exposure to it really is enough. Because I know, you know, we don't speak all these languages at home, so they're not going to become fluent if you don't speak them at home. But just the exposure to it is such a great benefit for them. You know, if they decide they're going to learn later, if you can afford a tutor, which a lot of us can't afford tutors. And I think, you know, we don't want this to be turned into an elitist group. So it's very important for us to make it to where it's accessible to all families, you know, and beneficial to all families. So I don't want anyone to feel intimidated, you know, and feel like they have to meet a certain standard. If you are Black and you're willing to teach a class, and also, of course, willing to allow me to organize you, you know, if you need to be organized, and you know, if you need help to kind of formulate what that class is going to be, and, you know, get a proper description for it. Even if you need help with lesson planning, all of us are here that can help with that. We discussed those things in our parents' meeting, how to organize yourself, or give tips to one another. You know, we've become a real family. You know, even when people have personal issues, we're praying for one another, et cetera, et cetera. So we're definitely welcoming to everyone, you know, no matter what religion you're coming from, no matter what ideology you're coming from, as long as you're Black, and, you know, you're not going to expose our children to white racist concepts. All right, so I'm gonna just jump in and talk about my class right quick. During the summer, you know, I'm just teaching right now. I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a break. So I'm just teaching kindergarten math games during the summer, which is really fun. And I have my oldest if he was going to school, he would be starting 5K this year. He just turned 5. He is really tall, so of course he looks like he's 7, but he's only 5. And so I really want to make sure we are honing in on those standards, math standards. And I like to do that in a fun way, because if we make it fun, it's should be less stress. Of course, you know, our children have bad days, good days, different personalities, or whatever.
Your mic went really low.
Okay.
Oh, it's back now. It's back now.
Okay, wonderful. So we've done a duck race. We've done number bingo. This upcoming week, we're going to do color the number. I mean, that's really simple. In the future, we're going to do, you know, a bowling game where we're practicing subtraction, you know, just different fun games, board games. You know, I don't want to give all my little surprises away, so I'm not going to tell everybody what we're going to do. But we're going to do some fun stuff. And then, you know, when school starts back, I'll be implementing language arts kindergarten too, because I want to make sure I'm focusing on my oldest child. And that helps me. That's one of the things I like about the co-op. It helps me to stay consistent and organized, because it keeps me accountable, even to myself. It helps me to stay accountable, to say, okay, well, I'm going to teach this class, because then I know I am consistently teaching this at this time to my child, and he's not missing out on it. And I'll start back teaching the math science class too. I won't teach it as often as I did last year. I'm going to have to cut back on that a little bit, because I do have a lot of other projects going on, and the science class takes so much preparation and cleaning, and so we're going to take it back a notch on how many times. I'm not going to do it every week like I did last year, the science class, because in the science class we do like experiments. So we're going to, we're still going to do our math science experiments, and it's going to be messy, and we're going to take it back to like every other week. And that's what I'll be teaching. And whoever wants to go next, what, I'm gonna Brandy, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go. I want to introduce Jamie a little bit, because she starts her class this upcoming week, and she's gonna be teaching financial literacy. And I know she's a little nervous about it, right? She's a little nervous about it, but I'm excited for her, and I'm excited for us, because that is so important for our children to learn and know, because so many of us, learned these kind of things way, way too late, and had to like recover from it. So we definitely want to make sure we give our children a foot up, we want to make sure they're on our shoulders, and we're giving them everything that we have to give. So we want Jamie to know we appreciate what she has to give, and we're looking forward to her class this week. You want to tell us a little bit more about your class, Jamie?
Hi, everyone. Yes. So we are not an organized family. We do not learn. So this is something that's going to help us tremendously. These are our favorite little packs. Can you see it? So in the class, we're going to learn what the difference between wants and needs, what a loan is, what a bank, how to invest, how to save. Just like we're going to just intro, not deep into it, but just intro. And I think that's it. I'm excited.
Wonderful. And I'm sure the more you do the class and you teach it, I'm sure you're going to come up with so many ideas and creative ways to teach the babies things. And we want you to know we're excited about your class. We are really excited about that class. What else? And I want to say this too. I do a little bit of unschooling. So, and I think we all probably sometimes are not as organized as we probably think we should be, because we're thinking about public school education, which is, kind of takes the children out of the natural environment, so we want to have something scheduled, but we want to be natural too. We want to allow our children to learn things the way they naturally would, in real life. So I think, don't be too harsh when you're judging your homeschooling style or the way your children are learning things. We have to do what's natural to us, so we're not going to judge ourselves too harshly on that, because our standard is not public school. That's not what the standard is. We want to create a different standard for ourselves. And being that, there's not a whole lot of Black families that are out here homeschooling, so really we are creating a new standard.
I love it. Where we live, good. We haven't met one family like us. So that's why I kind of pulled my kids out of the co-op, and I've just been, we free learn. They are big free learners, and that's what I'm nervous about, because we don't have a lot of structure. But my kids, they learn constantly. So.
Right, absolutely. Of course they do. It's natural.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. All right, Brandy.
Hi, my name is Brandy, and my class is called The Hangout. And for the summer session, kind of was just sitting around thinking, and I was also looking at my two children, which my youngest are 12 and 7. And I just kind of noticed that, with being in the house all day and having to, you know, share and take turns, that felt like we had kind of, lost a little bit of the niceties, the please and the thank yous, and being basically kind. So the summer session is about kindness, caring, and mindfulness. So, we're gonna do a couple projects, to kind of get them thinking about how they can be kind to others and also caring for themselves. So, with weather permitting, we're going to get outside and, maybe hit a few jumping jacks or some stretches or things of that nature. Thus far, we talked about what kindness means, and they kind of had like a little project of sorts to see what they could go out and do for someone else and kind of record it in a journal. During the fall or winter, we did a lot of different things. We played games. The kids are really into Roblox. So my youngest, and I know Ebony's oldest, they kind of work together to try to figure out some ways to have a safe learning environment for them to get into there and play Roblox together. We played bingo. We've done some crafts. So it's really just a space for them to kind of get together, you know, talk about different things and, really just kind of hang out. But I do try to have them always thinking. I think one time we did poetry, and it was really great to see them kind of sit and kind of construct something. And they did amazing, and everyone was like really, really proud of themselves. During the fall, I did try to mimic what was on the activity calendar and kind of pull from that. So everyone's kind of working with the same thing. Not too sure what I'm going to do for the fall. I would like to try to do some upper elementary, um, definitely English. My son would like me to do science and math, but math is not my strong suit, so maybe. But I think that's about it. But I am excited for the financial literacy class. I may even have to have my 18-year-old come sit in on that because we've tried to sit down and do some things. It's
I will teach
definitely
adults too. Okay, like we could just have like a session where we all get together and I talk, and I'll tell you how to invest in stocks, dividends, crypto.
Oh, yes, definitely
How to get your credit
need.
rating for stock. I got you.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all I have.
Wonderful. Thank you, Brandy. One of my favorite things about your class is it allows my middle child, Yasmin, it allows her to just like talk. Like she loves
She
to
just
talk
talk.
and have conversations. And, she just loves it. Just being able to, say, hey, and have a random conversation, with somebody.
Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk
Right.
about it. Yeah.
Right. And it's much easier, for her to have a conversation with an adult than it is with another child, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
appreciate that.
quickly. I just wanted to add that Brandy's class is so much fun. Like my children love her class. They look forward to it all throughout the spring. They're like, is it time yet? Is it time yet? I'm like, no. So we have to do evaluations here in Pennsylvania. We're required to have an evaluator ask our children questions about their homeschooling year. And they asked them, what was your favorite subject? And Jacob, my son Jacob, he goes, the hangout. And I was like, no, they mean like math, reading, science, but they like it's school to them. They love to learn. And Brandy does a really, really, really good job engaging the older children too. My oldest is 10, but my youngest that likes to participate, sometimes Micah, he's 4, he'll participate. But I'll be in between there. My children just love her class. So if you do any class, do the hangout. That's a good one.
I appreciate it. I do. And this is Leo. He's being a fraidy cat. Been doing fireworks the last 3 days, so his poor nerves are rattled.
Oh yeah, the fireworks have been crazy, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been doing it since Thursday. Yep.
Now I'm not sure if Nathanie's gonna be able to pop in or not. I know she had another meeting. Okay, yes, thank you. Mommy's having a meeting right now. I don't think Nathalie is probably gonna be able to pop in. So I'm just gonna say, briefly explain her class. Nathalie is our engineer, and she teaches engineering concepts, which, the children, they like build stuff and they work out how to solve these little problems and creating whatever they're creating, which is really cool. Like our last class, they built like a tower. They could use straws or they could use popsicle sticks, and it was challenging. It was really challenging. They had to figure that out. So I really love that class too, because we don't know who we're gonna have that's gonna be architects or engineers, So it's great to get them thinking in that way, so that they can start thinking about building a nation, rebuilding a nation, rebuilding kingdoms, rebuilding dynasties, et cetera, et cetera. I'm really excited about her class too. We actually had to sit and brainstorm about that and kind of like put our heads together, like, yeah, let's do this. This is gonna be great. So I love that class too. And my husband is going to talk about, the brother, Dr. Marcelo Millier. He's going to talk about his class. During the summer, he's with the children right now. So I might just speak for him a little bit and have him just come at least wave to us. But during the summer, he's doing a Papa Bear story time, because he's really great during story times. I love how animated he is. So pretty much he does, he's reading to our children and sharing the book with everyone else, and may throw in a couple things like, that testing their comprehension of what they read, and their understanding of literature. But it's really just a fun class, fun to listen to Papa Bear read and be silly. But he also teaches African civilization. During the school year, he teaches African civilization, which is pretty much African history. And I know we have a lot of our teachers who aren't here, and some other classes that are going on during the school year, where everybody's wanting to take a break from the summer. Good for them, right? I don't think my children need to take a break for the summer, because I have to keep them on point, because it'll be so much more difficult if we take a long break for me to get them back in the habit of doing things. And you want to say something about your African civilization class right quick? Oh, or not, because the baby's upset. I think his hand got stepped on a little bit. Oh, he wanted a peach.
Another one. You want another one, Ian? All right, hold on.
Okay. Can you say come wave right quick? Just come wave right quick, because we're gonna close it out in a minute. Does anyone have anything else they want to add to let our parents know?
Hello, sisters. Salam alaikum. Hotep.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shabbat shalom. What's happening? Free the land. Peace to the people. No. Yeah, I'm thankful again just to be a part of you all. I appreciate you all's patience and everything. My class, I like story time because you give a chance to bond with kids. And I think they should see that side of us, especially from the males, because they don't get a lot of it from us. And I really feel bad about that. So I think I'm happy to be able to bond through story time. And become animated is another way of adults showing emotions through a signet, or what we call an item or vessel. And so they get a chance to see that side of us become animated, that they'll be able to sort of get in contact with us and also adapt to what's going on in daily life. So it tests their emotions, tests their responses, their alert and attention, and then also let us know if something's wrong. Lots of time, kids can have something wrong with them. We'll be able to see it through their emotions the more we interact. And the best way for parents to do it is through stories. That's the real reason why I believe it was Sojourner Truth started this. They don't give her that credit, but she started this storytelling with children. It was a way to tell them about history, also a way to be able to connect with them. If you know anything about Sojourner Truth, she was very conscious. It's the first time that we ever hear the word conscious come from her. But that's just a little something. So that's story time. Is got all of that in it, and we can add little tidbits for them to understand who they are, where they're coming from, and have them to appreciate being Black. A lot of time, our kids, there you go, Ebony, I ain't know what had happened. A lot of time, our kids, they may go through the motions, damaging with public school, go through the motions, not being able to understand their emotions because they don't understand who they are, where they come from, where they're going. They don't understand that they have feelings. There's no such thing as a wrong feeling. It only becomes bad when they don't understand it. And it only becomes detrimental when we don't explain it to them or we don't use ourselves as vessels to be able to explain it. So that's taking that into consideration. That's what story time should be. And I'm hoping that I know we lead it to children, the younger children, and then to pre-children, and then what we call adolescent, which is a crossover between young and child, which should be. But I'm hoping that I can get something that can be equally entertaining to teenagers, because I think it's important too. I got to try to figure out something where we can bond with our teenagers. I haven't been able to figure out anything as a clinician to be able to bond with teenagers. We got to do that to get them interested in this attentive learning and some willful attentive learning. And so I think that's a good thing to be working on. I'm trying to work on it so I can figure out how we can get the teenagers involved, because for what's happening in our country at this point, it's very, very important that we get their attention, because from the ages of, I believe it's 13 to 18, those ages are real crucial ages, and they're already a part of our tomorrow, because they're maturing fast, and they have much more around them than we have around us. And we've got to be able to reach them, and not to be able to tell them what to do. I think that at that point of parenting, I'm thankful for my grandparents, because they got me to the place where I should be able to expect what to do. So we need to get our children to the place where they can be able to expect what to do for themselves. And that's the tangent that I'm on right now. We got to figure out how to get our teenagers, how to get in contact with them. And one thing I would like to do, if at any point where our teenagers, if we have any time where we can pull them in, I wouldn't mind just saying hello to them and asking them what would they like to do if we had something that we could do to teach them or get them interested, or something that maybe they want to learn. It don't have to be anything that we're doing. We can find something where they can teach. Maybe they can come in and teach something, or maybe they can come in and talk about what they want to talk about, and give us a chance to listen and be able to reach them. Because I think as parents we do enough talking, and I think there's time for us to listen to them, and maybe they can talk about some things that they're interested in, no matter what it is, and we don't have a right to ridicule it or say it's not. That's not something that we should be talking about. But let them come in and let them talk about what they want to talk about. And maybe through that, we'll be able to reach them. Let them come in and teach. And I think maybe we could, I'm going to say this and I'm going to go because I know I'm running over. But maybe you can introduce it to them, that maybe they can take out something that they would want to teach or whatever. And that'd be a way that I could reach them and we can reach them and be able to start, starting that population up or whatever. So, okay. So I've said all of that, and I run over, and everything. So Anyway, thank you. She's the principal is correcting me. I don't know. I'm not familiar with how all this works, but you know what I mean. My heart is in the right place. Peace.
He thought we were having a parents meeting, so he was gonna have we were gonna have a whole conversation about the co-op. But thank you. Appreciate you sharing with us. All right. So okay, I think that's about all. Unless someone has anything they want to add to share with any of our viewers about the co-op. I'm not seeing any questions yet. So, and we do have viewers, but I'm not seeing any questions. So if you do have a question, if you're watching and you do have a question, just drop it in the comments so I can see it, and I'll be able to share it with the group.
And you'll put the link to the form, right? The enrollment form for the fall.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you, Ebony. I got a little sidetrack listening to listen to him speak. Yes. Okay. So our first semester starts the last week of August. Okay. And if you want to, the deadline for submitting your class form to participate in August, in the fall, the deadline is, I believe, August the 24th, and it's on our flyer that we have shared everywhere. And of course, I will share it I will share it on this YouTube, in the comments on this YouTube video as well. But we usually have it shared everywhere. And also I propose our enrollment form. If you want to enroll in the co-op, the enrollment form is on the website, www.thebirthguru.org. And also, I'm going to share that in the comment section of the video as well. And it'll also be in the description if you want to grab that. All right. Any other questions or concerns or anything anybody else wants to share about their experience? Nope. All right. Y'all have a wonderful night. I don't see any questions here. So we'll give them about 2 more minutes.
The only thing that's jumping out at me too is to reiterate just how flexible everything is. So think of a class that you would like to take or you like to teach. It doesn't have to be every day. It can be once a week. It could be bi-weekly. It could be every day. Sorry, I got 6 children. Sorry, y'all. It's loud here. But but it could be monthly. So you can decide. You can make your own schedule. It is no class looks the exact same. All of the classes have separate ways that it's set up. And yeah, it's flexible. So I just wanted to add that tidbit before we got off.
Thank you, Ebony. Anybody else want to add anything? All righty, I'm going to put this one to bed. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Thank y'all so much.
Nice
to meet you.
Thank y'all for inviting us to work with you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.